Hello everybody. A little early on this video, but I'm just so excited that I couldn't wait any longer, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I hope that's okay. If not, you can just watch it back later. It's gonna be totally fine, okay? So what we're talking about today, 3 ways that you can have more fun with cardio. I was thinking cardio when I wrote it, but really this applies to just working out in general. 3 ways that you can have more fun with working out, okay? I got them written up all over here on the board. It's a little complicated what I got going on, but let's go over it. So number 1 is gonna be the format of the workout. Number 2 is gonna be your routine. And number 3 is gonna be setting goals, okay? Got a lot of notes written out. But basically, let's talk about the first one first, okay? Format. Every workout has a format. It might not be something that you think about, just doing the workout every day as, coming to a class as an athlete. But for coaches, and if you've been doing CrossFit for a while, veteran athletes, you think about kind of what the format is. There's a lot of different names for all the different types of workouts, you got an AMRAP, a chipper, rounds for time. You got all kinds of different workouts, we can spend forever going and talking about all different kinds of workouts and all the benefits. But generally speaking, what I want to talk about is a task priority workout versus a time priority workout, okay? And that's sort of the broad, you've got workout, and you've got task and time priority, and then you've got everything else underneath that, okay? So it's kind of like the second level of working out. Every workout can be divided into a task or a time priority workout. A task priority workout it's just what it sounds like, right? Where completing a task is your priority. So there's a certain amount of things that you have to do in order for the workout to be over. So for example, a chipper is task priority. You're gonna do 100 wall balls and 50 calories on the rower, right? That's your chipper right there. And you're done, right? You've completed the task, and so your workout is over. Time priority workouts would be like an AMRAP, or a certain, a timed sort of cardio, like a 20-minute row or a 30-minute AMRAP of hang power cleans and wall balls and burpees, right? So those are your time priority workouts. Generally, both of those are great. Both are great workouts and offer you great benefits. Generally speaking, the task priority workouts are easier to go harder on because there's an end in sight, and people, you can't really sandbag because you've got to get something done. If you see a 7-minute AMRAP, you say, I can do whatever I want because in 7 minutes, the workout is over no matter what, right? With the task priority workout, people go a little bit harder. So we prefer those kinds of workouts over AMRAPs generally. AMRAPs are still great, and we still do them occasionally, but task priority is a little bit better for a class environment, especially for newer athletes. And for veteran athletes, task priority workouts are usually more fun, right? If you think about the workouts that you've done over the past year, right? The ones that probably stand out to you as the ones that you were like, that was a really fun workout, I would do that one again. Those are probably task priority workouts, right? No one ever really looks at a 20-minute AMRAP and is like, dang, that was a good time, I'm gonna do that again. But you do a chipper, right? Like any of the games, or like the support your local box workout, the 50 deadlifts, 50 sit-ups, 50 step-ups, 50 thrusters. That was a chipper, that was a task priority workout. That was a fun one. You just moved through it, and once you were done, and it's as simple as that. You don't have to go back to anything. So you generally have more fun with task priority workouts. So what does that look like? That looks like, for me, instead of doing a 30-minute run, I would run a 5K, right? Might not be 30 minutes, it might go over 30 minutes, it might be another 30 minutes, but you have an end in sight and you're pushing for that goal, and it's a little bit easier for you to measure results on a task priority workout anyway, because you can say like, okay, my 5K run here was X amount of time, and then here it was X, and here it was X, and so you can see that you're making progress a little bit easier than, with your 30-minute run, you're like, well, I got 5,285 meters, and then I got 5,346 meters. You can still see progress, but it's just not quite as measurable and as simple. So a 30-minute run versus a 5K run, I would go with the 5K run. Still not necessarily what we would call fun, neither of them would be, but the 5K run is gonna be a little bit easier to get done mentally, okay? So that's what I'm saying, classifying as fun. Really, they're all fun in the end, okay? The number two thing after format. Well, actually, I've got 2 more things to talk about with format. So we did task versus time priority. Number 2 under format is a certain specific style of workout that I really like, that I think is a lot of fun, and it's a beat the clock workout, okay? We've done these before in the open and things like that, where let's say you've got to do, here's an example that is an actual open workout. 3 rounds of 15 thrusters and 15 chest to bar pull-ups. You have 4 minutes to complete that. If you complete that in 4 minutes, you go again. So you have 4 minutes again, so until 8, to complete another 3 rounds of 15 thrusters and 15 chest to bar. If you finish that in under 8 minutes, you have until 12 to complete an additional 3 rounds of 15 and 15, right? Until you can no longer complete it in the time allotted. So it's a tough workout to do in a class environment because not everyone finishes at drastically different times, so there's really no controlling the class. But the beat the clock workout, if you're working out by yourself, especially in this environment, is a really fun way to work out, right? So an example I have, just a really simple example for like cardio. You can see I did the 30-minute versus the 5K run. 2 minutes to run 400 meters until you can't, all right? Very, very simple idea, and you can make it 3 minutes to run 400 meters, or 4 minutes, whatever it usually takes you. But you have to run 400 meters in under 2 minutes until you can't anymore. And it's not sort of like I have to run it and then I can rest as long as I want. As soon as that 2-minute mark rolls around, you run another 400. And then when the 4-minute mark rolls around, you run another 400. 6-minute, you run another 400 until you can no longer complete 400 meters in under that 2-minute mark. Okay, so that's that would be like really simple, but an incredibly challenging workout. You're running a lot. You're running an 8-minute mile pace at that's like the slowest you can run for as long as you can hold it, okay? A little bit more fun, a little bit different and more challenging than just saying, I'm gonna run a mile, right? So keep that in mind as you're coming up with workouts. The third one is giving yourself a particular amount of reps to finish the workout. And that's a little bit confusing, so I'm just gonna go right into my example. Let's say we're gonna do 3 minutes on, 1 minute off of a 400-meter run, and then as many burpees as we can do. If you're a visual person, I'll show you that right here. 400-meter run, max burpees, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. The workout is over at 100 burpees, okay? So you have a certain amount of reps to finish. The workout continues going. Even though this is like an AMRAP, right? 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, it's still task priority because you have to finish 100 burpees in order for the workout to be over. The workout isn't over at a specific time, it's over at a specific amount of reps. So you're gonna run 400 meters. Let's say it takes you 2 minutes. You've got 1 minute to do as many burpees as you can. Let's say you do 20, right? Then you're gonna rest a minute. You're gonna run another 400, do another set of burpees. Let's say you get 18, you're at 38, and you're gonna keep doing that until you hit 100 burpees, okay? Say it takes 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how good you are at burpees rounds. It could go on a really long time, or you could get it done really, really quick in about 15 minutes, okay? So that's just an example of a way that you can sort of make a workout a little bit more fun with, if you want to use time a little bit more and still keep it task priority and still keep it fun and entertaining, okay? So that's format. Number 2, real quick, routine. Don't do it. Don't have routine. If to a certain extent, a routine is good, especially if you're trying to get strong, but if you're trying to keep things fun, you're going to want to do different things all the time, okay? So come up with different ways to work out. That's one of the most fun things about CrossFit for me, is just coming up with the different ways to work out and different ways to challenge yourself and have fun during your workout. So don't stick to a particular routine. Don't say, all right, every Friday I'm going to do 5 sets of 5 front squat, or every Friday or every Saturday I'm going to do 8 sets of a 400-meter run, and do the exact same thing all the time, right? Number one, that is CrossFit's number one enemy is routine, right? That's what we say, and is one of our 3 main things, constantly varied, right? Or constantly varied. So try not to fall into a routine. Number one, you're gonna get bored of it really quick. Not saying that you won't see results doing that, but you're gonna get bored of it quick, and so your results won't be as good as if you were intense about it and having fun and going after it really hard every single time, okay? So that's routine. Don't fall into a routine and get stuck in a rut. And number 3 is your goals. Just saying it's better to have 10 really, really easy goals to meet than one really, really hard goal to meet, okay? You might have in the back of your head one really hard goal that you want to meet, but you should be getting there with a bunch of really easy goals because it feels good to achieve a goal, right? If you've got a goal of running a 6-minute mile, and right now you run a 10-minute mile, right? Don't say, all right, I've got to run a 6-minute mile. It's going to take you a really long time to get there, and you're going to be discouraged the whole way along that you're not getting it, right? Let's say you run a 10-minute mile, and you want to get to a 6-minute mile, but first let's say I want to run a 9-minute and 30-second mile. You can probably do that with 2 weeks of work, maybe even less, right? And so it feels really good to hit that. And then from there you can say, all right, now I'm going to try to run a 9-minute mile. A week, 2 more weeks, you run a 9-minute mile. It feels really good to achieve that goal. And you're just working your way down, right? So keep your goals really easy. Not, a goal is never easy. It still requires hard work to get there, but try not to make it this massive goal that's going to take you years and years to get. Try to keep it easy and have a lot of them, and it's going to keep you motivated and feel a lot better, okay? And then finally, our last thing, just SMART goals. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. Excuse me. Essentially, that's just a good example of what a goal should look like. It should be specific, so you shouldn't say, I think I'm gonna run faster, right? You should have an exact time in mind, 6-minute mile, right? And you shouldn't, it should be measurable as well. From there, that's the M, which is pretty much the same thing. You should be able to say that you can put an exact measure on it, like a 6-minute mile, instead of just I want to get better, or I want to get faster, or I want to get stronger. You say I want to squat 300 pounds, I want to bench press 250, I want to run a 6-minute mile. It should be a specific and measurable goal that you should be able to do again and again. Attainable. Attainable is kind of what we were talking about earlier with the 10 easy goals versus the 1 hard goal. Just make sure that you can actually do that goal and hit it and achieve it with relative ease. It shouldn't take you years and years to get. It's attainable and you can hit it, and it feels good when you do hit it, okay? Realistic, along the same lines there. It's realistic so that you're not overreaching and shooting for something really far down the road. It's in your sights and you can hit it with a little bit of hard work, okay? And then time-based. You should have a deadline in mind of when you're going to try to beat that goal. So if, say, you're running a 10-minute mile and you set your goal to run a 9.5-minute mile, you say in 2 weeks, I'm going to do a mile time trial and try to get that 9.5-minute mile. Otherwise, you have a tendency to get slogged down, and you stop focusing and you stop paying attention to that goal unless you have a specific deadline in mind that you have to meet that goal by, right? Now, you don't have to meet it. It's not like a high pressure thing. It's just a personal goal, but it helps if there's a deadline that you have to get that done by, so that it motivates you to keep working hard at it. Okay, that's what we got, guys. Just a couple of ways to have a little bit more fun with working out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments, and someone's gonna work out with you at noon. Chris is. See you guys.